G'day, my name's Adam Hills. Welcome to Spicks and Specks, the music quiz show for lonesome losers. Our two team captains each and every week are the mannish boy, Alan Bro, and the bop girl, Miff Warhurst. Alan's first guest tonight was the first Australian female singer to reach #1 on the ARIA chart with a debut album. With hits like Shine and Absolutely Everybody, she featured at the 2000 Sydney Olympics. She's back with a new album somewhere in the real world. Please welcome Vanessa Amorosi. Alan's second team member tonight is an English comedian who has released a book about his attempts to save the planet called Crap at the Environment. He's so dedicated to the cause, he only had one copy printed, which has to be passed on from reader to reader. Welcome back, Mark Watson. Myth's first guest tonight is a producer and manager who started his career making tea for the Beatles, worked with Malcolm McLaren and Monty Python, and won a gold disc for outstanding management achievement for his work with Elvis Presley. Please welcome to the show, Steve Weltman. Myth's final guest tonight is a comedian and radio announcer who recently returned from a trip to Japan, where she was excited to see the world's largest tapeworm, but disappointed to learn it wasn't 300 metres high and attacking Tokyo. Welcome back to the show, Amanda Keller. Now, before we start the show tonight, Steve, you began your career with the Beatles. How did you get that job?
I was 15 years old, read an advert in a music paper for a position with NEMS Enterprises, which was Brian Epstein, the Beatles manager's company, and I got a letter back, and it said, please come to my office at 2 o'clock on whatever the date was. So being totally naive, I went along, and there were all these kids on the street. I mean, 180, 200 kids. And I'm thinking, must be fans. So I walk past them all, I go to walk in, and this 6'6" Liverpudlian says, where are you going? Pulled out my list. I said, I've got an interview with Peter Brown. And he said, so have all they. I think it was about 5:10 I actually got in, walked in, sat down, and I said, look, how much do you pay? And he said, we pay 3 guineas. And I said, no, I'm not standing outside for that amount of time, I want 10 guineas. And he hit his intercom and said, Maureen, if there's anybody less, tell them to go home, I found the cheeky little sob we want.
Wow. And you got that job purely on attitude?
Yeah.
Fantastic!
Yeah. So what kids can learn from that is be as rude as possible.
Which I understand you're doing a similar thing, or you've just done a similar thing, in LA, trying to get songwriters to come on board and actually write songs for you for your most recent album.
Yeah, it was a bit of a task. I didn't want to tell them my past history. So it was like rocking up and saying, you know, like the other 100 that were there, I'm a singer and I'm here to make a record with no money. And I would literally be singing through intercoms and walking in their door singing so that they'd be wanting to write with me.
Vanessa, you mentioned that you didn't want people to know about your past.
Yeah.
Why was that? Because I would assume that you've been really successful.
It's just that when you actually have an idea and a sound of what you want it to be, it's hard if people know your previous history because they're not going to be able to get rid of the image that you've grown up and that you actually have a different style and different way of going about music. So the people that I ended up working with were brutally honest. They told me straight to the point what they didn't like, what they did like, and I automatically got along with them really well. Because then I felt open to do that.
That's great.
That's amazing.
That's great.
Miff and Alan pick a topic. Everybody will be quizzed on it. Your choices tonight are 1900, 1932, 1962 and 2000. Alan, you can pick the first topic tonight.
I think we'll have 2000.
I think you might. Miff?
I like the scooter. We'll go 1962.
All right, we'll start with 2000 though.
Right.
Everyone on your buzzers?
Oh, yes,
Let's play Spicks and Specks. Your first question for 1 point. In its first week of release, which boy band sold a staggering 2.4 million copies in the US of their album? Yes?
Oh, was it NSYNC? I think would be around that time.
Amanda Keller, you are completely correct.
Nice.
2 points. In 2000, computer programmer Sean Fanning's company was sued over its peer-to-peer file sharing program. I need 2 things. Yes?
Napster.
Yeah.
Napster was the name of the company. Yes?
The band that had the big battle with Napster was Metallica.
Yeah, it probably was Metallica.
Metallica.
The rest of you said that like a Triple M DJ.
What a surprise.
The rest of the question was, what was the name of his product and which heavy metal band started the lawsuit? 2 points out of 2. 3 points on the line for your final question. Name these Australian hits from 2000. Wait till the end. Yes.
The last one was it Madison Avenue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need the name of the song, though.
Who the hell are you?
Yes, that's it.
Don't call me babe.
And then the middle one was Powderfinger.
My Happiness.
My Happiness, that's it. That was the middle one.
The first one, I have no idea.
No, I've got no idea either about the first one. Mark?
It sounded great. Well, we've had Powderfinger. We've had my Silverchair.
No, it wasn't Silverchair, but I like your logic.
Well, who else is there? Midnight Oil. John Farnham. Men at Work.
I want to see how many Australian bands you know.
Weddings, parties, anything.
Oh, very impressive.
You sure it's not Men at Work? It sounded a lot like Down Under.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't Down Under Men at Work this side.
28 days, but I can't remember.
It was 28 Days. You don't know the name of the song? Anyone remember 2000, the name of the song from 28 Days? Rip It Up. Rip It Up. Thank you, audience members. Well played. Now, of course, 2000 was pretty much your big year, Vanessa. A year in which this was a massive hit for you. This is Vanessa with Absolutely Everybody.
Oh, you cow! You can't say it! Turn it on!
You were young then. Younger.
It's all right.
All right, I think we should stop that video right there.
Oh my God.
It wasn't bad.
That video clip came out and it was so bad that I ended up at 16 going, you know what, I will fund to do another video clip.
So you were 16 when you
And
made
I
that?
was cringing at that age too.
See, everyone looked like that then. Why didn't you like it? Everyone looked bad.
But it was hideous.
So here's my question. If at that age you had massive hits all around the world, how have you stayed grounded now at the age of, what are you, 26 now?
Yeah.
I mean, you have every right to be Britney Spears, basically. Do you know what I mean? You have every right now to be bald, attacking a car with an umbrella.
Oh, that would be awesome.
We can only hope afterwards.
I think because I've worked really hard and I'm very fixated and focused on exactly what I wanted to achieve.
Right.
There's been no time for playing and, you know, alcohol and drugs and all that sort of vibe.
Have you ever been tempted to get married for 55 hours and then have it annulled?
That works.
No, but actually there were rumours that I've been married twice and have a few kids, and there was pictures of my kids in the paper and stuff. Yeah, I'm a very bad mother.
Wow.
I'd never even met them. But apparently, yeah.
All right, let's move on to 1962.
Right.
Your first question for 1 point. Name this #1 hit from 1962 by Roy Orbison.
Oh, don't relax, I want elbows and backs, I want to see everybody from behind.
Yes?
Working for the man?
I'm working for the man. That's what I was looking for. Next question for 2 points. I'm going to read you some lyrics from an Elvis Presley hit. Name the song and the 1962 film it featured in. I gave a letter to the postman. He put it in his sack. Yes?
Return to sender.
Yes, it was. And the movie?
Clam bake?
No, it wasn't. I'm going to go to this side.
Elvis the movie.
Oh, you're going to hate when I say the name was... Girls, Girls, Girls.
That's the one with the boats.
Finally, for 3 points, have a look at this cover of the first Beatles album. I need 3 things. I need the name of the album, the name of the first single featured on it, and what its B-side was.
Oh.
The album's called Please Please Me.
Yes.
What was the second question?
The first single featured
Love
on that
Me
album.
Do.
Sorry?
Love Me Do.
Yes, it was. And the
B-side.
B-side to that?
Come on, mate. How can it be a B-side from 46 years ago?
No.
No, this side, anyone?
Oh, yeah, right.
The B-side was P.S. I Love You. Steve, where were you at that point? 1962.
I was 13 years old.
You were 13, so this is before you started working for the Beatles.
Yep.
So what was going on when you started working for the Beatles? Where were they at?
They were for Scallies, which is street kids from Liverpool.
Right.
And they were having fun, they were making music, and, you know, acts today, writers today, if you look back at that era, I mean, they used to write 2 albums, record them and release them a year.
Right.
And singles, and do all the promotion. And it was an incredible time.
And what did you get to do on a daily basis with the Beatles?
First few months, I mean, I was the T-boy, I was the gopher. I licked envelopes, posted, put records in.
Were they nice to you?
They were great.
Didn't throw
Fantastic.
tea in your face?
No.
Said 2 sugars, you cow.
I can only say it was just an incredible time. They were absolutely great, easy to work with.
Did you have a favourite Beatle?
John, no question.
Why was that?
Good kisser.
Because John's...
You said you won't tell.
Kiss and tell. Just because of his music and his humanity in later life. I just think, you know, Lennon and McCartney wrote 230 songs, and John was the humour, the sarcasm, the cutting edge, the politics, and Paul made everything pop sensible. So when you go home tonight, get out Help and listen, look at the lyric, and it's a real scream from the inside, and Paul turned it into a pop song.
Can I ask a question? Heather Mills, piece of work.
Are you saying piece of work or piece of wood?
Depends which side you're looking at.
All right, at the end of the first round, let's do a score check. Alan, Vanessa, Marker on 2 points. Miff, Steve, Amanda, 7 points. In this round, teams have to buzz in and identify the tunes being performed live in the studio. Tonight, your songs are being played by U2 tribute band Rattle Hum. Song 1, please, guys. Yes?
Is it Run to You by Bryan Adams?
Yes, it is, Mark Watson. Run to You by Bryan Adams. Second song, please.
Business like show business.
Yes, it is by Uncle Merman. Next song, please.
Sesame Street.
Yes, it is Sesame Street.
You're all over there.
Great work. All right, final song, please.
Without You, isn't it?
That is With or Without You by U2, yes. A round of applause for Rattle Hum. Now, again, before we move on, I've done a bit of research on you, and I also know, in amongst all the people that you've come into contact with throughout your career, somehow you've bumped into Frank Sinatra.
Yep. 1985. I was very lucky. I was flying on Concorde from London to New York. Concorde had an aisle and just 2 seats either side. He was sitting by the window in the first row, nobody next to him. Aisle, bodyguard, nobody next to the bodyguard. I sat down a few rows behind. And as soon as we took off, I got my passport and a pen. So I walked forward, the bodyguard felt me coming and said, and I mouthed, autograph? And he said, OK. I said, Mr Sinatra, can I have your autograph? And he said, sure, what's your name? And I said, Steve. He said, what do you do? I said, well, actually, I'm in the music business. I run a record label, and you've just finished an album produced by a friend of mine. He said, oh, sit down. After 10 minutes, he told me to call him Frank, which was frightening.
What did you call him? Were you calling him Toots?
Mister. Mister. So we spoke the whole flight, and the purser came over to me as we started the descent. He said, Mr. Weltman, he said, are you going to stay here for landing, or are you going to go back to your seat? And I stood up, and I got a business card. This is absolutely true. Out of my pocket, I gave it to Frank, and I said, Frank, it's my card. If you're ever serious about a career in music, give me a call. about 6 weeks later, he was doing a week at the Albert Hall in London, and my PA came running, screaming into the office saying, "Steve, look at this." There was an envelope, handwritten note from him from the Savoy Hotel.
Wow.
Saying, "Great chap on the plane. I'm playing at the Albert. Here's a box, here's some passes. If you're in town, come and say hello."
Wow.
And did you?
Oh, I must have far too busy.
At the end of that round, then, that means the scores are... Alan, Vanessa, Mark have moved up to 6 points, only one behind Miff, Steve and Amanda, who are on 7 points. One member of each team will be drawing song titles for their teammates without using words or numbers. Your teammates have to try and identify the songs. Steve, you'll be drawing first for Miff and Amanda. If you'd like to make your way up, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Weltman. Now, I know you're worried. Sorry?
Nothing.
Did you say can't draw?
Yeah.
Just the song title, not the artist?
Yeah.
Your time starts now.
A house? A volcano?
A hut? House?
A volcano. Hot summer night.
Is that a smiley face? Hot face?
Hot as
Oh,
hell.
excellent, excellent.
Hot Indian face.
Yeah.
If the face is hot, what have they got?
Sweats.
They've got the rash. It's got
They've got the night sweats.
They've got menopause.
No, they've got...
I don't know.
I'm going to say pass on behalf of everyone and move to the next one.
Sorry, Steve.
Sorry, too.
Another face. Football field. Trees. Oval. Tears of a clown.
Try with a circle and then...
Oh,
Backwards
that's
writing.
backwards. Oh,
You're
wow.
actually... Hang on, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to write the actual name of the song
Okay,
backwards, so...
And we still didn't get it.
Because it clearly didn't help anyone.
Maybe just let him write the actual song title.
Still won't get it. Yes.
Oh,
Alien face.
Smiley, happy people.
We did that last
Prince
time.
Charles.
Monkey. Earrings.
Earrings.
Golden earring. What's that band, Radar Love? Has someone got pierced ears?
Yeah.
Or is that sort of some
No.
fundamentalist Jewish curls down the side? Is that a crown?
Do you know what? We'll pass and we'll...
A crown. King of wishful earring.
Someone said, all right, go for that one.
Sniff that texture. I'm saying do it now. If it's a face, I'm going to punch you. Cheeks, red cheeks. Rosy, crackling rosy.
We nearly got one, come on.
Cheeky,
This one.
cheeky monkey.
Another face. Right next to it. Okay, there we go.
I think you're off your face.
And from there, I draw an arrow to that.
Cheek to cheek.
Cheek to cheek!
Cheek to cheek.
Let's go back and have a look at what happened here.
Let's get forensics in.
That
was this?
Fever.
Fever.
Fever. Face sweating, fever.
Okay.
Not the traditional song menopause. That
What was that word backwards?
pie. That was cherry
yeah,
pie.
Cherry pie. That was cake.
That's cake.
That was my cake.
That was the Prince song Diamonds and Pearls.
Diamonds. Prince.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Weltman. Vanessa, you'll be drawing for Alan and Mark. Would you like to make your way up here? Ladies and gentlemen, Vanessa Amorosi.
Draw a face, go on, I dare you. Earth, planet Earth.
Yeah. Earth song.
Yeah, and...
Pole.
Oh, I like what you've done there. Yep.
Penguins. So wait a minute, Earth.
Yep.
Earth.
Nothing?
No, pass.
All right, we're going to move on.
I know that.
I thought that was pretty damn good, to be honest. All right, there you go.
Triangle.
Excellent.
Pyramid. Girl. 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 High.
Something to do with the shoes.
These boots are made for walking.
No.
No.
Diamonds on the soles of the shoes?
No. Pass.
Oh, wow, OK.
I wonder why this game isn't always on the show.
Can.
Salt?
It's not salt. Oh, excellent. Oh, come on, these are good.
It's a good drawing, it's just
Eating baked beans.
spoon, something with a spoon? Eating
Spoon. What's the song with spoon in it?
Strangely, I can't think of many.
We know this.
This is easy.
Well, you didn't know too many of the last
All
one.
right, tell you what, let's give
I
you
knew
one
them all.
more. I reckon that was pretty impressive as well. Final one.
How can we be so crap at this?
I see her drawings are good. It's just...
Here.
It's just that you're crap. You've
Dog.
Oh, nice.
Dog. How much is that doggy in the window?
And then...
Hound dog.
that is excellent.
Dog with wings?
You never said that to me.
Flying dog.
Come on, this is great.
Wait, it's a dog with a wing.
With wings.
With wings.
And it's not Linda McCartney.
We're so... All the
Did we
misery...
not get any?
No. Well, you
Oh,
didn't.
man, we suck so bad.
Oh, no, that was Men at Work. I come from a land down under.
That's a kangaroo. Even I could see that.
It's a kangaroo. That was a song that's been sung by many people with a very simple name of Lady.
Yeah.
Hence the high heels. This, I believe the other team know this. What was it?
Spoonful of sugar?
A spoonful of sugar from Mary Poppins.
Oh, of course it was.
That's, and I could see how you couldn't get that because that is a spoon and that's clearly a canister with an S on it. That was the Everly Brothers song Bird Dog.
Oh, fair play.
Yeah, no, well done. Well
Yeah,
done.
I can't see how you could have drawn any differently than that. Ladies and gentlemen, Vanessa Amorosi. So at the end of that round, the scores.
You're going to have to get the calculator out.
It's going to be hard work. I reckon I can tally this up. Alan, Vanessa, Marker on 6 points. Miff, Steve and Amanda just in front, 8 points. Teams, hands on your buzzers. 1 point for a correct answer, 1 point off for a wrong answer. Your questions start now. Which Italo house group had a massive hit in 1989 with Right on Time?
Black Box.
Black Box it was, yes, well done.
Oh, well.
Frank Sinatra performed many duets over his career. Which was the only one to go to #1 on the charts? Yes.
Strangers in the Night.
No, Something
Sorry.
Stupid
Something
with Nancy
Stupid,
Sinatra, I'm
Nancy.
afraid.
Hey, well.
Have a listen to this, name the tune. Yes.
If you like the Pina Colada song.
Escape, the Pina Colada song by Rupert Holmes, yes. Janis Joplin's posthumous final album sold more copies than any of her other albums. What was it titled? Yes?
I'm dead by this.
It was Pearl. What does the guitarist from The Clash and Foreigner have in common? Yes.
The same name.
Yes, Mick Jones.
Jones.
Which experimental lady created a violin with magnetic tape? Yes.
Laurie Anderson.
Laurie Anderson it was. More James Bond theme songs have been sung by Americans than any other nationality. What country comes next? Yes.
English.
No, it's Wales. 3 Shirley Bassey's and 1 Tom Jones.
That's all you've got. Let's face it. That's all you've got.
Or we've got Shirley Bassey. Excuse me.
Which Atlantic Records producer was responsible for Aretha Franklin's breakthrough album, I've Never Loved a Man?
Harris Martin.
The Way That I Love You, Jerry Wexler.
Oh, sorry.
Your final questions. American Pie is originally by Don who?
McLean.
McLean, indeed. American Idiot is originally by Green who?
Day.
Day.
And finally, American Woman is originally by...
Guess who?
The Guess Who, yes indeed. Oh, at the end of the show, the final scores are...
We lost.
Alan, Vanessa, Mark ended up on 8 points, 1 behind Miff, Steve and Amanda, who won the day with 9 points. Would you please thank all our guests for tonight? Vanessa Amorosi, Mark Watson, Steve Weltman and Amanda Keller. And of course our 2 team captains, Alan Rowe and Miff Warhurst. We leave you tonight with a return performance from Rattle Hum as they prove that they can play any song in the style of U2 as they give us their homage to the Wiggles. Thanks for watching Spicks and Specks. My name's Adam Hills. Good night, Australia.
This song is not a rebel song. Oh, you'll see. Wake up, Jeff. Everybody's wiggling. Wake up, Jeff. It's time to go. Wake up, Jeff. The party's getting started. Wake up, Jeff. We need you for the show. Dorothy the dinosaur is munching on some roses. Wags the dog is visiting a tree. Henry the octopus is playing with a starfish. Come on, guys! We need you for the show! Potato, 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 potato.